Okay, with bullet seating, what you want to do is you set your die up. You don't set it the same way. It doesn't have to be all the way down to there, because you're setting it up so that you are seating the bullet as opposed to sizing the whole case. All you're doing is seating the bullet. It's good to have a dummy case made up. So this first time you're doing it, you get a dummy case, and it's got no primer in it or anything, but you just tape one of your cases so that whenever you're setting this die up, you can put this up in there and screw it down until it feels like it's about hitting there, and then you can do your precise adjustments using the actual small revolutions of the seater itself. The seater itself is right here. You can kind of see down in there, but it seats the bullet like that, and so it grabs the ogive of the bullet and seats it down. It doesn't push it from the tip, so it doesn't deform the tip. So you screw that down, and this can go down as far as you need it to. You just turn it. Some have micrometer settings on them, which make it kind of easier to see how much you're changing. Like this one is a Forester bench rest die. It tells you how much per thousandth. Makes it easier. These ones, once you get them set, you can do it just as easily, but you just turn a little bit, very, very little at a time, especially when you're getting down to your last precise measurements. Okay, so you take your case. Another thing that's not easy to do with one hand, but you put your case, you can move this out of the way, put your case in there, take your bullet, set your bullet on. You want to try to try to make the bullet so it looks like it's going straight into the case. Run your ram up, seat the bullet, come back down. Okay, you got your bullet here, freshly seated, and what you want to do is, with AMAXs, they have the red polymer tip, which pretty much stays the same, so you can get away with measuring right to the tip. But sometimes you can get away just going right to the tip. But sometimes, some cases or other bullets, you need, and I like to do it this way because it is more precise, because the actual ogive of the bullet is what touches the grooves and lands first. So you have this little tool, which is called a comparator. It's got different size holes in it, and it's got the corresponding caliber on it. So 30 caliber hole, you put it on, and it touches right where the lands and grooves would first touch, and you get your measurements this way. Obviously, when you're doing it this way, this measurement is not going to be the same. It's not going to be the 2.800 overall length, because that is the base to the tip. You're going to have to figure out what your ogive length is and just use that as your actual overall length. So when you're seating bullets again, you use this tool. But like I said, if you needed to do it off the tip, with Sierra Match Kings are kind of messed up because they have flattened tips, and it makes it harder to actually get a precise length on them, overall length. But it's easier with the AMAXs, and what you can do is, if you do get a comparator, it makes it a lot easier going to the ogive. So now you have your bullet seated, and you have your round to the right length that you want it, and you're good to go. There's your loaded ammunition. There's obviously other little things that you'll learn along the way, little tricks of this and that, but those are the basics that should get you able to load some ammunition.